Welcome back. I hope you are having a great Friday and are getting reared up for this weekend. I know I am. I believe I will have at least one more video over the weekend for you guys, but I wanted to send you off with something interesting. And I am going to start this video off with a little something fun called Behind the Scenes. We're going to start off with Batgirl 95 UA's continuing way back Wednesday. She keeps doing these. It's great. A handful of you requested to see the older behind the scenes photos that I used to create my season 1 reel. Originally posted September 5th, 2014. Katrina Balfe is always a bundle of joy, even when she's falling on cobblestone, which you can see they've got a blue mat so she doesn't hurt herself. This is a fun one, mostly because she's laughing and someone looks a little concerned, but it's a good one. Can I say the actress to her left? I like her shawl. I like that. It's pretty. I like the colors in it. Anywho, and that looks like it's more of a shawl than a tartan. So that's just my thought on this image. I do think you will get a kick out of this series of photos from our resident from Down Under. We've got Outlander fans sharing this series of images of David Barry behind the scenes getting direction. In this one, it looks like apparently saying, hey, look at that one. Look at that person. Look, aren't they crazy looking? I completely agree. Look at that. They're nuts. And in this next one, he's getting properly coiffed so that he looks just right on camera. I can't imagine having people constantly picking at me so that I look just right. This is me. I'm a mess. That's just how it goes. I do a little bit. I'm clean. I have my hair brushed. A little bit like that, but I don't even wear makeup unless I have to. Although I probably will wear some next week. This one's a familiar one. I know that I have it in my archives of David and Sam having a giggle, I'm guessing between takes, because did not show up on the show. So I'm going to go with between takes, having a giggle. We got some folks standing behind. We got some red coats standing behind. Yeah, not that the red coats aren't people, but I mean people in everyday wear rather than the costume. And yeah, having a rest between takes, surrounded by folks. I'm glad they're having a laugh. And of course, this scene before Lord John sort of gives Jamie freedom, at least a way to have some freedom in his life. So I really did enjoy this storyline, not just because of where it leads, but the fact that Lord John sort of takes not just a liking to Sam, but some understanding of the kind of man he is and decides this is a better route. This is what I can do for you, and makes a way for him to have a future. And I just enjoyed the idea of that there was some kindness, just horrendous difficulty. But yeah, that's kind of what Outlander is to me. It's like they all get chances to make things better. All right, also shared by Outlander fans, we've got this picture of Lord Lyle. And I know I'm a fuddy-duddy when I go, oh no, isn't that nice that somebody gave her their jacket because she forgot to wear a shirt. But that's not what's going on, obviously. This is fashion. And there are some actresses on Outlander especially that could definitely pull this off no problem. Lauren Lyle, obviously, Katrina, and Sophie easily could pull this off. Really, I couldn't picture Caitlin dressed like this just because she just seems so sweet and sort of conservative, but maybe not. Maybe that's not the right word. But yeah, she does look great. Can I say I like her little earrings. Those are some cute earrings, the little gold loop drops. Yeah, they're nice. And because I'm an old fuddy-duddy, this looks a little bit more appropriate to me. Everybody's fully dressed. This is shared by somebody whose name that I cannot even come close to pronouncing. I'm going to go with Jean and Cesar Domboy with a lot of hashtags here. I believe it's for the clothing, no movies. And it would make sense because Cesar does quite a bit of modeling. And so, which is fair. He's a tall, got a nice build, and he always looks very well put together. So this is a good image, I think, of him just doing something other than Outlander and acting, because everybody's got to work and make money and pay the bills. All right, now here I have got a video clip that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to talk real quick while I read this, but I'm not going to play the original audio because I'm almost positive the music is copywritten. So I will try to put something in the background while I play the full video. An Outlander stuff repost from Texas Stem Tina. So I think it's somebody who's been visiting, and they're visiting Lallybroch. As far as I can tell, it certainly looks like Lallybroch to me. And we're getting a little tour of the inside. Let me start this over so you can see the full thing from the beginning. Okay, yeah, so Outlander stuff. And it looks like they're just taking a tour, but of course, Graham's there. So it makes it a little bit more interesting of a video because we got Graham looking around. And remember in those previous posts, he said he'd never even visited this site before because he was not required to be there for filming. And I could understand why that would be the way that goes. If you don't need to be there, you don't really have the opportunity. And my guess is that he was fairly busy just going and visiting a site you're not needed on. Might not even be, kosher, for lack of a better term. So, yeah, this had to be interesting. Plus, they're learning about this structure and the architecture of it. And to me, that would be very fascinating. I really love looking at how homes and buildings are created in different places around the world, because of course that's going to be influenced by the materials that are available. And so rock stone castles and rock walls in Scotland, that kind of stuff I think is very cool, because that's just naturally how things are done. In the States we have woods and forests and trees, or at least we did, everywhere. And so it's more common for our structures to be built, at least the foundation of them, the bones of them, for lack of a better term, by wood. So I think that's a very cool thing to share. Thank you guys for sharing this. It's just really incredible. And so I'm really grateful that we got a chance to kind of get the insider's view, literally, of Lallybroch, and kind of get an idea of the structural damage on the inside, but also what's really held up. And I'm going to finish this off on this one with an image shared by Ed Spaliers of his kids at a game, just because I thought it was really sweet. I swear almost everything I see of Ed is him advertising for a company that he is also, like Cesar, modeling for. So it's really cool to get a personal one, which he shares from time to time, but not often enough, in my opinion. Edward J. Spaliers shares two of the greats watching some of the best. And I want to read the first comment here because he doesn't really say where they are or what they're doing, other than obviously they're at a game. Presuming this was the City Derby last weekend, nice win for the Barca and keeps them city champs. Looks like the kids had fun. And so, yeah, we've got the kids on an outing with their dad at the very least, possibly mom as well, because family outing is a good outing, and going to a game together. That is very fun. I remember when we took my daughter to a baseball game just this past bit with their Girl Scout troop. She might have not enjoyed baseball as much as I did when I was her age, but it was very cool for her to be like, oh, okay, this is what it's like to be in the stands to see a game. It's a cool experience, especially if the kid actually likes the sport you're checking out. Hopefully they do. And that's all I've got for you today. I hope you are prepared for a really great weekend. I hope you do have a great weekend, whatever you do, whether it's relaxing on your own, going out and seeing family, whatever it is. Be safe. Do make sure that you give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and hit that notifications bell if you'd like to know when the next videos do come out. There should be one over the weekend. I haven't recorded it yet, so I can't guarantee anything, but I've got content building and getting ready. To my members, once again, thank you so much for that extra support, and do look forward to hopefully getting an announcement from me that got a little something for you. For those of you headed to the gathering in less than a week, don't forget to drop your name below. Right now, I know for sure one of you is going, but I know I've heard a couple of you saying you're on your way. I'll have goodie bags for you, and about 100 people, I think, is what I'm going to be bringing. It'll just depend on a couple of small, minor things, at least like 45. Somewhere between 45 and 100 goodie bags. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me. If you didn't get enough Outlander information, do not worry. I have loads. If you do want to watch a little something extra, please check out my Waiting for Outlander Season 7 Part 2 playlist. There's quite a bit there. Maybe something you haven't watched, maybe something you wouldn't mind watching. Again, on whichever video you do choose, I will see you there.